Today, a caboose is more likely to be seen reborn as a restaurant or a tourist office or even as a motel. Cabooses can also be bought by the public. For only a few $1,000s, anyone can buy an old crummy. While the caboose may not be as vital or as visible as it once was, it will not be forgotten.
In the end, the caboose went rather quietly, even though the men who worked on the caboose did not want to see the caboose disappear, obviously, because it was part and parcel of a whole movement toward the reduction of train crews. There really wasn't much that the unions could do about it because the economic forces at work were so much larger than they were. Even though we all loved the caboose and looked at it as kind of a romantic symbol, for the railroads it was really an aggravation. It costs money to haul around a caboose, for one thing. It's extra weight. It costs money to maintain a caboose. Certainly it costs money to buy a caboose. And as railroads were able to develop the technology that enabled them to reduce the size of train crews from 4 or 5 people down to what we have today is really just 2 people, there was really no need to haul them around in a caboose.
Very few cabooses remain in operation today. Railroad police occasionally use one to ride along with a train carrying high-value goods such as automobiles or electronics. A caboose is also still used on single-track lines to mines or mills where the train cannot turn around. The caboose is equipped with driving controls and is in front on the long backup move. But on the main freight lines, a caboose is a rare sight. For 150 years, the caboose was a necessity. The railroads couldn't have made it without them.
The caboose has disappeared in a practical sense, but it still remains quite strong in our memory, and it's one of the touchstones of nostalgia about the railroad. It is emblematic of the work of the railroader, the brakemen, the conductors. The fact that the caboose has gone away doesn't mean that the railroad is less essential or less dynamic or even less romantic, but it is one less human connection that you and I tend to have as a freight train rolls by. There's now no one on the end of the train to wave back at us as we perhaps raise a hand to say so long to the freight train as it passes toward the horizon.
The little red caboose was more than just the last car on a freight train. The caboose helped build American business and American dreams.
Now I'm growing old and weary, and my sight is getting dim. I've laid my links and pins away to rust, and the only friend that's left to me in this wide world to stand is the little red caboose behind the train. So here's success to all the boys that ride upon the cars. May happiness always with you remain. For a jolly crew you'll find us if you will come and see us in that little red caboose behind the train.
It housed the worst of the worst. Step inside Alcatraz, a.k.a. the Big House, next on History Alive. And later tonight, meet the unsung heroes of war, the battlefield engineers, on Modern Marvels at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific.